Hello, this video is being recorded on Wednesday, March 26th, 2025. This video might be triggering for some people, but my intention and from where I'm coming from is only to bring awareness, and it's not about pointing out any specific person or group. I'm just speaking the truth, and the truth doesn't care about your feelings. So sometimes it's a hard swallow. For some people, it's not going to be a hard swallow. It's going to be like, yeah, duh. But either way, I want to speak about why our parents keep losing their children. We're now at a pace where it's at least on a weekly basis. There are parents that are burying their children, and this is very serious. There's no bigger pain to a human being on this world to have to experience that. So people are very afraid to talk about it. People are very afraid even to look at it. Each for their own. But let me get to the chase here. Now, some people, a lot of people, they want to blame something or just like some idea or some person. Let's say they would say, oh, it's the fentanyl. Oh, it's because, their parents always had chaos at home. Or this or that, which might have some truth to it. But I like to identify things on the core of the issue. And you have to turn back and go back. And this is my opinion. And when I say the truth, I mean my truth. Meaning, truth can only be what's true for me. Maybe someone is going to say that it's not true, but it doesn't really matter to me. I'm not here to get likes, to get people to like me or to approve of me. As a matter of fact, it doesn't really matter to me at all. If you agree with me and you want to encourage me to do what I keep doing, great. If you think I'm completely out of my mind, that's great too. So, a person is nature. We are all nature, God's nature, just like the trees, the animals. And we connect to our higher self through connecting to nature, which can also be a different human being. So I think it's a huge issue. The idea that kids are stuck in a concrete building for 8 to 12 hours a day. And it's still going on nowadays, even though a lot of things have changed in the system. But kids are literally locked up in a concrete building from day and the night. And even when they go out, they don't go out to nature. They walk in some streets of Borough Park or Williamsburg or whatever it is, which is also not really any nature. I mean, you're lucky if there's 3 trees on the block. And then they go home to another concrete building, which a home is a home. Everyone needs a home. That's not an issue. But where do kids, I'm trying to go back to the core, where do kids get their energy boost? Every person has a tank. They have a love tank, they have a communication tank, a spiritual tank, and all these tanks have to be filled. And if someone has most of their tanks filled, but one tank is completely empty, that's going to cause an imbalance So, in my opinion, that the fact that kids aren't in nature enough is a huge issue and causes an imbalance. And you gotta find chiyas and purpose through other ways, and kids are not connected to the divine, they're not connected to source, which when they're born, they're connected, but slowly, we take it away from them, and we tell them that it's not normal to do this or that, and the way we live our lives in a city and sit in a building in a cheder all day is completely normal. This is how we do it. I mean, there are literally families that are in the city for months and months and months at a time. I mean, they're lucky if they go upstate for the summer or anywhere else. Now, even like Muncie used to be like upstate, but like most of Muncie, the center of Muncie became very much of a city. The outskirts is a little better. It's a little more freedom, being in nature. But even if a kid lives in nature, which is also a lot, like the fact that they're stuck in a building, in a classroom all day, is a huge issue. And then whenever any issue comes up, right away they're going to be like, yeah, let's bring him to the doctor, let's medicate the kid, take a young kid that has all the possibilities available for them, you drug him up with some prescription drug. And then usually there's still problems, so the cheder says that you need to get a tutor, you need to have a therapist, like it's just completely ridiculous. Kids, in my opinion, every cheder, every school, kids need to go out, they need to play outside. I know there are schools that they do, and I'm not saying but I'm just trying to bring out a point that there are kids that do not experience any nature as long as the year passes by, and that causes a serious imbalance. And then they grow up without having that gift to connect, and they don't have what to connect to. So what do they connect to? To movies, and a lot of times they go to other drugs because they're like, they get to a certain point, they're like, they gave me for years and years and years, they drugged me up. I had enough. Why not pick my own drugs, Why should I take what the doctor prescribed me to? There's some other drugs that are better. It makes me feel better. Makes me feel more alive, etc., etc. So again, I'm not attacking anyone. I'm bringing awareness. I'm not even... It would be foolish for me or anyone else to blame the system or blame a Rebbe or blame the Hasidus or whatever. This is all a non-believing idea and victimhood mindset. Nobody is going to save you from nothing. Nobody's going to change your life. Nobody's going to help you. Nobody's going to help your kids. And unfortunately, 90% of the time or 99% of the time, nobody even cares. Nobody cares. Okay, so parents need to understand that you need to take things in your hand. It's like, what can you do? What could you do? Yeah, it's your obligation to make sure, in my opinion, at least once a week. At least once a week, take your kids out to nature. Connect them to the divine, to source, to the unlimited good. And another thing that I want to bring out a point, the pandemic of iPads and kids watching movies and Coco Melon, and I don't even know all these names and characters. It's heartbreaking, and it bothers me too much to stay silent about it, to literally watch young little kids sit on iPads and being indoctrinated by all the propaganda they're teaching the kids. I know a lot of parents are gonna be like, oh no, that's fine, I checked, I know this character, they're not. They did not produce those movies to entertain your kids. It's to indoctrinate your kids. Just the word television. What's television? Television is tell a vision. Who is telling me a vision? Whoever's behind the screen, whoever's in control, right? At this point, the world has woken up. Fake news, fake this, fake that. But you still have people that believe in it. You know, they'll watch it, they'll consider it. There's someone behind the screen, and they have intentions. And their intentions aren't really good. They're not here to benefit you. They're here to take from you. And it's really important for parents to understand this. I'm trying to bring this awareness is that it's going to be a lot harder to deal with this later. A lot of parents are going to be like, what should I do? What should I do? We're home Sunday. There's nothing what to do. And this and that. And honestly, this might sound harsh, but if your kid is not Chas v'shulam disabled and sitting and lying in bed, if they can walk around and they can breathe, they have nothing what to do sitting on an iPad. It's your obligation to make plans on Sunday for your kids. Meet up with another neighbor, take them to the park, go to the mall, get them out. Get them out, connect them to source. Don't let them sit there and download a whole bunch of garbage in their heads. It's not a coincidence that the rise of gays and transgenders and all types of crazy left views, ideas became very public in people's lives. It's because unconsciously people are being indoctrinated. Sometimes I speak to people and they don't consider themselves, let's say, left-wing or a feminist or whatever ideology. But if I speak to them for more than 5 minutes, they have all those views and they don't even realize it. And the reason for that is they think that they're just watching a movie. They're just watching a TV show. You're not. You're downloading information. Someone is telling you how to think, what to believe, what's normal, what's good, what's bad, how a man is supposed to be, how a woman is supposed to be. And the soon and the quicker people realize that if you want to live a good life, if you want to be connected, if you want to avoid feeling low and turning to drugs, stay away from the screen. And more important, don't take the easy way out of throwing an iPad in front of your kid. Now, for people that are already deep in this is going to be it's going to be a shift. It might not be easy. You can't just take away an iPad from a kid in one day. But slowly, slowly, slowly. Now some people are going to think, what is this guy, completely crazy? A fanatic? We live in a world of screens. Everything is screens, phones. No, I'm not a fanatic, and I understand that. And my kid sometimes sees a video here and there because I don't want to completely take it away from him. I don't want him to feel like it's being held away from him. But whenever he does watch something, it would be a Jewish music video or a video of someone driving an ATV or a motorcycle, you know, natural, just like someone uploaded on YouTube or whatever. But honestly, he doesn't even want it. He doesn't even want to watch, because I'm not here to brag, but take your kids out to nature enough. You take kids out to nature enough, and they get connected to that. That's what they want to do. They want to play with friends. They want to run outside. They want to run on the grass. They want to feel the sun. The reason why they're saying that they want to watch is because the addiction to it. And they spend millions and billions of dollars in statistics and data, how to keep you addicted, keep your kids addicted, and take control over their minds. So yeah, that's what I think. To fix the problem from people feeling low, ad kadai kach, to be at a point where someone will do self-harm to themselves, or even if they don't do self-harm, just living a life with no connection, all the portals, all the connection to life, the connection to God, the connection to living, the connection to feeling alive, all being blocked off. And then living in a victim blamehood. I'll say like this, for people that think that Rabbunim or some other rabbi is supposed to change what is happening in this problem or any other problem, is the same idea as people that think that whoever is a president is going to change my life. You know, blaming the government or who's in charge of the government for how your life looks like. That's a victimhood mindset, and you're the one that's in charge of your life. You're the one that needs to make change. And if people are not going to take this seriously, you're not going to take your kids out to nature, there's going to be serious consequences to deal with in the future. Even though, God forbid, it shouldn't be drugs or overdoses. God forbid. But even just a kid that's struggling and doesn't know why they're low, why they feel low all the time, why do they feel like they need to turn to drugs, to bad friends? Why aren't they just okay? I hope this video is helpful for people. And again, I'm sorry if it triggered you, but I'm not really sorry, because this is the truth and it has to be addressed, and we have to face it head on. Be in nature. By the way, this is not only for kids, parents. Some parents are addicted to the screen as well. Get out in nature. Take your kids out. There's no reason to sit Sunday at home all day. Get out. Get out and enjoy life. Embrace life. And live a good life.